Are you looking for a high-paying job? Let's say over $200,000 a year? There's some jobs in the federal government that pay over $200K. You might even be eligible for them, but you probably don't even know they exist. We have over 2 million federal employees today, and 70% of them are on the GS pay band. The GS pay band only goes up to about $191,000 a year, so we're gonna have to look outside of the GS pay band in order to find these opportunities. The first job is for a senior IT specialist. This is at the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, the FDIC. It's a CG 1314 position. The salary for this job can exceed $250,000 a year. The FDIC uses the CG pay band, and a lot of their jobs, they exceed $200,000 a year. Now, what's interesting here is in order to qualify for a CG 14, they only want you to have 1 year of GS 13 experience or the equivalent. The main experience that you need here is technical expertise in Microsoft Power Platform. This is a business intelligent app development software. Microsoft even offers a certificate option in Power Platform that can help you stand out. But you don't need the certificate in order to apply. You can apply just based off your achievements. You want to make sure the word Power Platform, those words are in your resume, and you're structuring it so you're showing your achievements in your past organization. The FDIC currently ranks 25 out of 26 in the best places to work for mid-size agencies. The next one's for a supervisory budget analyst in the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. It is a SK-15 position. The salary for this job can exceed $271,000 a year. The SEC is another federal agency that uses its own pay band, and obviously it's higher than the GS pay band. Now, this job is in the 0560 job series, which is a budget analyst. Great thing about this is there is no educational requirement. So as long as you have the experience, you can apply. The main experience you'll need is experience in analyzing, formulating, justifying, presenting, and executing multi-year budgets in compliance with OMB guidelines. Same thing with this one, you need 1 year of GS 13 experience or the equivalent. Now, the deal with budget analyst is the title doesn't really matter. You could have been an operations manager at your last job or at your current job, and you did a lot with budgets. You managed them, you analyzed them, you reported on them. As long as you have the experience, it doesn't matter the title. The job title, get rid of it. Whatever it is fine. We need to focus in on that experience. Show that you're highly qualified based on your achievements. The SEC currently ranks number 3 out of 26 in the best places to work for mid-size agencies. If you are looking for a federal government job, sign up to the free newsletter down below, and I'll push out free virtual hiring events happening every week. I'll send that directly to your email address. The next one's for a program manager in the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA. It's a FVK position. The salary for this job can exceed $221,000 a year. When we speak and think about the FAA, a lot of times we're thinking about air traffic controllers. That's because they're missing over 1,000. They're actively and aggressively recruiting air traffic controllers. But a lot of their other support positions, they're getting paid on the same pay band. They exceed $200,000 a year. Just like this one, which is in the 0340 job series, which is program management. The main experience you need for this job is experience with process improvement, program management through business analysis, and also conducting cost-benefit analysis. Another thing about this job is open to the public. Anybody can apply, but it is in the accepted service. So looking at the two services, competitive service, accepted service, more people find competitive service desirable because once you do 3 years, you're a competitive status candidate and you can always leave the government, come back and apply at a later date. So that opens up more possibilities for jobs for you. In the accepted service, it's not like that. But a lot of agencies, that's all they have. It's just accepted service. Look at the CIA, FBI, ATF, they're all under the accepted service. The entire post office, the Postal Service organization, is under accepted service. The FAA currently ranks 276 out of 459 in the best places to work for agency subcomponents. Next is a Deputy Chief U.S. Probation Officer in the Judicial Branch U.S. Courts. It's a JS 1416 position, and the salary for this job goes up to about $204,000 a year. The thing about this job that got my attention, This job is in West Virginia. And if you're pulling over $200K a year in West Virginia, you're living pretty good because the cost of living in West Virginia is pretty low compared to other states. So what do you need to be found eligible for a job like this? Well, you need to have been a probation officer. The main experience includes investigation, supervision, counseling, and guidance of offenders in community corrections, and also project management and problem solving. This is a supervisory position. This means that you're probably going to end up supervising other federal employees, and it's also in the accepted service. Next is the capital markets specialist in the National Credit Union Administration. It's a CU 1415 position, and the salary for this job can exceed $210,000 a year. This agency is much like the FDIC and the SEC. It's organized more like a private sector organization. And when it comes to experience, you need to have some private sector experience because I don't know where else you're going to get it. Now, there is no educational requirement, but if you look at the experience section, it says experience assessing asset and liability management programs and practices utilizing Bloomberg Analytics model or other models to research and assess investment risk. So when I hear investment risk, I'm thinking private sector. Now, of course, this isn't the only job available at the National Credit Union. There's dozens of jobs if you have the right experience. The National Credit Union Administration currently ranks 9 out of 26 in the best places to work for mid-size agencies. So not only do all of these jobs exceed $200,000 a year, these are federal government jobs. You're gonna get your TSP, you're gonna get your pension, all the same benefits are going to carry over to this type of job. Also, these jobs are not in the executive service. So in the federal government, you have your competitive and your accepted service, but you also have executive service. And usually to get higher salary jobs, people focus in on the executive service. This is what we mean when we talk about SES type jobs. Well, this is not in the executive service. So you do not have to attach additional documents to prove that you have executive level experience. So if you were under the impression that you can't earn over $200,000 a year as a federal employee, well, now you know that you can. But the main thing that's going to stop you, that will always stop you, is the resume, because it's written differently. In the private sector, you have one format and style, and it's very forgiving. In the federal government, in the public sector, there needs to be key information within that resume, or you're going to be found ineligible. The way that you write the details, it's different. If you need help with your resume and you do want to pursue a federal government job, check out some of the links in the description below. Now, if you like the idea of a federal government job, but you can't stand the website, USAJobs.gov. It's too convoluted, it's too confusing, you don't want to mess with it. There are ways you can get a government job without going through USAJobs.gov, specifically with internships and some of the recent student opportunities that have been coming out recently. If you're interested in that, I want you to watch this video next. If you would like to see more videos like this, please click like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.